So I love projects that are made from one sheet of paper and do something really cool. This is a dragon puppet with flapping wings. Very easy to make. All you need is a single sheet of paper. If it's colored paper, that's probably best. You're just going to need a scissor and a glue stick. Our first step is, as we've done many times before, we are going to turn this into a square. So I already have mine in the shape it should be in. I'm just going to review how I got there. My goal is to get this corner of the paper up to here. So I roll it up and line it up with the top of the paper. There should be a big rectangle shape here and a big triangle shape here. This should be a nice straight line. So I'll show that again. Take the bottom of the paper, roll it up. That's step number one. Step number two is we got to cut off that extra little rectangle. We're going to use all the paper in this project, so don't throw anything away. Okay, so extra rectangle. And then we're actually going to open this up. There should be a nice crease down the middle. Go ahead and cut that crease open. So we're going to cut up the crease. Now we have all the pieces of our dragon. We just have to fold the paper and glue it together. Let's put the one rectangle to the side, the one triangle to the side, and let's start with just this triangle. Make it look like a mountain with the point going up, and we're going to close it like a book, left to right. Line up your edges and crease. Should look something like this. Big crease up the middle, over like that. These are the wings, okay? So do me a favor, put this to the side so that these flap down. Now pick up your rectangle piece. We're going to put that in front of us like so, with the long sides going this way. And we're going to fold the bottom up to the top. Doesn't have to be a perfect fold, but do your best. Crease it real good. And now it should look like a really long taco. I want you to open it back up. There should be a nice crease line right here. Now, in the middle of this project, above this line, we're going to put some glue. So I went above the crease. I'm going to get nice and close here. I'm going above the crease in the center, right here, right in this section. I'm going to take this triangle with the crease pointing down and the flaps pointing up, and I'm going to slip it right into that spot and press. You'll know you've done it right if these flap up and down like wings, just like this. Then we have to glue the other side. So now I'm just going to glue the front part of the triangle that's inside here. So I put glue all along the bottom, and now I'm going to close the rectangle shut around it. So it should be sitting inside, kind of like a weird boat. You know you've done it right if you can hold it here and the wings are flapping on either side. That's what you're looking for. Now, if you happen to have a stapler, I would staple it right here. Okay? Stapler is not required, but it does help. Next, we're going to fold the wings down. So I'm going to take this front wing that's in the front and fold it down like this. I'm going to flip it over, take this wing, and fold it down. And then I'm going to put them back. This creates a nice hinge so our wings can flap up and down when we're ready for that step. Now, we're going to take the other triangle, and this part's really easy. The triangle is really long. See here? Super, super long piece. We're going to cut off a long strip of the triangle starting here, I'm basically just cutting off the bottom, but I just want a nice long piece of paper. It doesn't have to be a nice even cut. We just want a ribbon, just like that. And now we're going to glue this to the wings, and that's going to allow us to make the wings flap up and down. I'm going to put glue in the middle of just the wing, not on the body, because if I do that, I won't be able to pull it back and forth. So starting above this rectangle, so starting here, I'm going to go just straight up, all the way to the top of the wing. Right here. And now I'm going to take that ribbon and glue it down to that spot. So it's right here, glued down. I'm going to wiggle the paper around a bit so I know that it's trying to dry. If it's still slipping and sliding, that means the glue's not dry yet. So just be careful. Now we're going to flip it over and do the same thing over here. I'm going to start above where this rectangle is and put a whole bunch of glue down. So there's glue going from here to here. I'm going to take the ribbon and glue it to the other wing. Moving it around back and forth to make sure it dries. So the paper should not be touching the rectangle. Should be kind of looped around it. Now, we just glued this, so when you test it, do it carefully. You should be able to flap the wings by pulling down. Don't pull super hard because you're just going to detach it. But give it a minute or two and this glue will dry and you'll have a nice strong bond. You may also, if you have that stapler, staple the paper instead. One there and one over here. I'm going to slide that down a bit. Again, stapler's not required. If you got in your house, it's just going to help make it a little bit more secure. And now the wings are flapping up and down. I said this is a dragon project. You can make it into a different type of animal, your choice. But here are my requirements. You have to use all the paper and you have to turn this into something new. So I can't just be like, it's a bird and it's pink and it has a square head. No. I want to see something neat. For instance, I can cut this rectangle into a brand new shape. So now I made it into more of a diamond. And I can make an eye on both sides. Maybe a beak. Boop. A beak over here. And a meh. So now it's a bird. And I have all this extra paper. This can become a really awesome tail. Now you guys know how to twill paper now. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to cut straight down. You don't have to do this, by the way. This is just an option. If you want to decorate it in a completely different way, please go for it. But I'm just trying to give you some ideas, kids at home. Once you've done that, then back when we did our paper flower project, I can twill these, give them some curl. Okay, and then I can glue it right into this triangle. Or sorry, this rectangle. I'm an art teacher. I should know my shapes. I'm going to put some glue on the end of this. And I'm going to stick it in between the rectangle. Right at the end. See there's this little open spot? You can just slide it right in there. Now I got this sweet bird tail. Go with my awesome bird puppet. You can make this into a dragon tail. You can make it into a Pegasus tail or a flying moose. Who knows? It's art class. You can make this anything that flies. But yeah, when you're done, I hope you can send me an awesome picture or video of the cool thing you made. And then next week's project's going to be really fun. Make sure that you have your clay ready for next week.